Have you ever wondered what secrets linger behind the towering walls of Britain's royal palaces? What if I told you that some of history's most famous royals never truly left? From the tortured spirits of the Tower of London to the ghostly whispers in Windsor Castle, tonight we step into the shadows of history to uncover the haunted past of Britain's most infamous royal residences. For centuries, these grand structures have borne witness to unimaginable dramas, unspeakable tragedies, and the restless souls caught in between. These walls have absorbed the whispers of conspiracy, the echoes of anguish, and the lingering presence of those who met their untimely end. Tonight, we dare to venture beyond the velvet ropes and gilded cages, into the shadowy corners and forgotten chambers where history sleeps and whispers. Warning, if you hear footsteps behind you, you might not be alone. The Tower of London. A stone sentinel on the banks of the Thames, its imposing presence has captivated and chilled hearts for nearly 1,000 years. But behind its grand facade lies a much darker tale. For the tower is not just a fortress, it is a vault of sorrow, a repository of the anguished cries of those who met their end within its walls. Kings, queens, and commoners alike breathed their last breath within these very walls, their final moments etched into the very stone. It is little wonder then that the tower is said to be the most haunted place in England. Visitors and guards alike have reported encounters with spectral figures, unexplained chills, and the overwhelming sense of being watched. Join me if you dare as we delve deeper into the heart of the tower to uncover the stories of those restless souls who remain forever bound to this place of sorrow and secrets. Our exploration of the tower's spectral residence begins with perhaps its most famous tragic figure, Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII. Accused of treason and adultery, she was imprisoned within these very walls, her fate sealed with a single chilling blow. They say that Anne's spirit, unable to find peace, still wanders the tower grounds. Some claim to have seen her gliding through the dimly lit corridors, a forlorn figure in white, forever separated from her crown and her head. But Anne is not alone in her spectral wanderings. Deep within the tower's heart lies another tale, this one shrouded in mystery and whispered in hushed tones. It is the story of two young princes, Edward V and his younger brother, Richard, Duke of York. These young boys, rightful heirs to the throne, were confined to the tower for their own protection by their uncle, Richard, Duke of Gloucester. They were last seen playing in the tower grounds, their laughter echoing through the stone corridors before vanishing into the annals of history. And now, centuries later, visitors claim to hear the echoes of childish laughter, the patter of small feet running through the halls. Chapter 4. Hampton Court, The Lady in Grey. We leave the imposing Tower of London behind and journey to the outskirts of the bustling city, to the grandeur of Hampton Court Palace. This sprawling Tudor palace, with its magnificent gardens and opulent staterooms, holds a darker secret within its walls. It is here, in the shadows of Hampton Court's splendor, that we encounter the legend of the Lady in Grey. Some believe her to be the spirit of Queen Catherine Howard, the fifth wife of the infamous Henry VIII. Accused of adultery, she was imprisoned at Hampton Court, her desperate pleas for mercy echoing through the halls. Legend has it that as she was dragged from her chambers, she broke free and ran towards the chapel, hoping to plead with the king. And so the story goes, her anguished spirit remains, forever searching for the forgiveness she was denied in life. Chapter 5. Catherine Howard, the Screaming Ghost. Catherine Howard's tragic fate continues to haunt Hampton Court to this day. Visitors and staff alike have reported spine-chilling encounters, particularly in the area known as the Haunted Gallery. Suddenly the air turns icy cold, a shiver runs down your spine, and then you hear it, a blood-curdling scream echoing through the centuries, the unmistakable sound of a woman in utter terror. They say it is the tormented soul of Catherine Howard, reliving the moment of her arrest, her desperate cries for mercy echoing through the ages. Chapter 6. Windsor Castle, Haunted by a King. Our final destination on this spectral journey takes us to Windsor Castle, the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world. For over 900 years, it has stood as a symbol of royal power and prestige, its imposing silhouette a familiar sight on the River Thames. But beneath its grandeur and splendor, Windsor too harbors its own share of ghostly tales. It is said that the spirit of King George III, the long-reigning monarch whose later years were plagued by illness, still walks these halls. Some say they have seen him pacing the castle's grand corridors, a forlorn figure dressed in the fashions of his time. Others claim to have heard the mournful strains of his violin echoing from the empty rooms where he once played. So what do you think? Are these just old legends, or are the spirits of Britain's past still watching? The next time you visit a royal palace, listen carefully. That cold shiver down your spine, that sudden, unexplained whisper. Maybe, just maybe you've stepped into history's ghostly embrace. Drop a comment below. Which of these haunted stories creeps you out the most? And would you dare to spend the night in one of these castles? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an eerie tale from Times of Unearthed Chronicles. Until next time, keep your eyes open. You never know who's watching.